Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Saye, and today I'm really excited to do this video. Usually when we do our videos, we're showing inventory or recently sold units that come in, and this is actually a trailer that I've been tracking for a while. It's a trade-in that we got, and as soon as it came in, I said, that trailer is the one I want to take home with me. So this is actually my trailer that I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to kind of walk you through why I have Cimarrons and why I bought this trailer in particular. So when I first started working here, I had a little old steel 2-horse bumper pull slant load. It worked great, but I had a little half-ton, those steel bumper pulls, they're heavy. I had a wood floor. I wasn't really educated on why to buy a particular trailer. When you work in the trailer industry and you see a lot of different types of trailers come through these doors, you start seeing the things that you really like, and your standards of what you will haul your own horse in seem to be elevated a little bit. So I got here at Transwest and I started looking for my Cimarron trailer. I knew I wanted a Cimarron because Cimarron trailers, their standard level is elevated over a lot of other trailers. So every Cimarron is going to have 4-inch centers on the floor. They're going to have an insulated FiberTech roof, got some of the strongest side posts in the industry. Their roof bows are what everybody else uses for their upright posts. So I knew these trailers were going to really help protect my horse. I wanted something that I felt comfortable putting them in. When you drive down that highway, it's not always the safest situation. You want your horses to be comfortable, you want the ride to be balanced, you want them to get in and out of that trailer pretty easily. So I knew I wanted a Cimarron. The first Cimarron that I bought was actually a 2-horse straight load warm blood. So it's a 2009 Cimarron. I went from a slant load to a straight load. I've had some big horses in the past, but right now I have this really fat, squat, 15 2-hand quarter horse that when you put him in that trailer, he was about this tall and he had tons of room to get in and out. So it really was, it was overkill for a horse like that. And so I used it for a long time. The problem with that trailer, and like I said, I love that trailer. I hook it up behind my truck. It pulls nice and straight down the road. I can barely feel it back there. I love everything about it from my perspective. My horse hates ramps. So I've been slowly looking for another 2-horse that was a slant load that I could trade out my straight load for. So this one came in. I was building a trailer for a customer, and I said, if she trades that in, I want that trailer. The price of new trailers has jumped astronomically with the used market going up with it. So I knew that I wanted something that was really well taken care of, maybe a little bit newer than my 2009, and this one kind of fit the bill. So I'm going to walk you through some of the things I really like about it, some of the things I might change about it, and some of the things I'm probably going to want in my next Cimarron. I'm always going to pull a Cimarron trailer. I think that they are the best built trailers out there, so I'm always looking for my next upgrade. Let's start here in the front, Tack. One of the things that I love about this trailer, my other trailer had carpeting on the floor, and the carpeting, it's marine grade carpet. It cleans up a lot easier than like the carpet would in your house, but it's still carpet. And I have goat heads at my property, and if you guys know anything about goat heads, the second you track them into carpet, you have to pick them out. You can't, like, they really get in there and get stuck. So I hate carpet on my horse trailer floors. I would have loved if this whole trailer had carpeted sidewalls on here, if this wall had been completely carpeted, but we got carpeting behind the bridle hooks, which is the important part. But the rubber mat on the floor was something that I was like, that's something I really need in my next trailer. So as you can see, it's got rubber mats on the floor. I could have gotten motivated on my other trailer and taken out the carpet and put rubber mats in, but let's be honest, I just didn't feel like putting that much effort into it. This trailer has a little bit smaller of a front dressing or front tack room. It's fine for me. I don't have a ton of stuff. I've just got 2 horses. My saddle collection is growing, so I know that's going to probably be a problem later on. But the nice thing about these Cimarrons is you have the ability to add on saddle racks and blanket bars as you see fit. So you can really stack them in here. So you can see there's bolts on the top and the bottom, and I can slide those in, slide those out. If I wanted to, I can stack my blanket bars, just get rid of one of these, and I can throw more saddle pads on here if I have a lot of room. I've got English saddles and Western saddles, so my English saddles usually go up high, and they don't require a lot of space between them, so it's really easy for me to kind of adjust this exactly how I want. I've also got some big totes that I throw on my trailers. They hold all the odds and ends. It's like my big junk drawer in my trailer. So it's really nice to be able to have some clearance underneath the saddles so that I can shove that under there, get it out of the way, so that when I walk in and out, I don't have to worry about stepping over that crate. Like I said, on this wall here, it is carpeted. I would never want to do bridle hooks where there's not carpeting behind. As you can see, anywhere that, these are white aluminum sheets, and they're heavy duty, they're 050 aluminum, but if your bits are swinging back and forth, it just marks up this white sheet, which is why I really like trailers that are completely carpeted on this whole wall. Maybe for the next one, but for now, having carpeting behind this, my gelding is going to be right on the other side of this wall. When we're driving down the road, he doesn't want to have to listen to my bits swing back and forth. He doesn't want to have to hear that noise. He's a naturally very anxious horse, so I try and make it as comfortable as possible for him when he travels, and having this carpeting behind it just muffles the sound, protects the walls. Very, very good choice. If I wanted to, I could add another set of bridle hooks right here. There's plenty of wall space for it, and I could probably just get some carpeting and have them put in another layer of carpet here so that we can have more storage. But I honestly don't have that many bridles yet, so it's not a big deal. Right here you do have a little LED light. This is the old style OptiBrite. The new style OptiBrite lights that they have are humongous, and they put out so much light. I absolutely love them. This is great because it's LED, but eventually I might go in and swap it out for one of those really bright OptiBrite lights. We've got a clothes rod here. To be honest, I have never used the clothes rod in my trailers, but I know a lot of people want to hang up their show shirts and jackets. Who knows, maybe someday I'll get a wild hair and I'll find some stuff to hang up in here, but as for now, there is a clothes rod that I will probably never use. So something else that I like about this trailer that my other trailer doesn't have, and that is there's some running board here for me to get in and out of. Ideally, I would have a fold down step here. The fold down steps cut a little bit lower, so it's really easy, and they have a nice wide base to get on and off of. All of our inventory trailers, we order them standard with fold-up steps. There's no reason for us not to. It just makes it so much easier, especially the older generation. They will not buy a trailer without a fold-up step. And the reason I love Cimarron so much is every single trailer is a custom-built trailer. Just it's up to us if we are building it or if you are building it. I think one day I might go really crazy and build myself my own trailer. For now, it's just dream state. But this is so much better than what I had before. Before, the warm blood trailers on this nose here is where your entry is because of your smaller wall over on this side. So I was literally having to step all the way up and over to get in and out of my trailer. This is going to be a lot easier. So I'm really excited about that. These brush boxes, as you guys know, I love brush boxes on trailers. I am so excited to have one. I do not have one on my other one. I could have added one, I'm sure, but my brush box in my other trailer is actually inside, and this is just so much more convenient for me. I love collecting junk, and just like every horse trailer person out there, this is a great place to just store things that you never use, but who knows, you might need it someday. Also, brushes, great place for that. Little window here. I've got a window on my other Cimarron. It's really nice because if I've just come back from a long trail ride, I can open that, get some air moving through there as I'm driving home. Hopefully remember to close it when I get home, but it'll help dry out my saddle pads so that maybe I don't get hit with that that odor of wet saddle blankets the second I walk in there. So really liking this tack room on this trailer. Another thing that I like is this style of button light that they have on these fenders. So on my other trailer, it's a little bit older. They have that older style button light, similar to, or those other style indicator lights, similar to these ones up here. And they're just a great place for horses to try and grab on and tear them off. So I like these. They're a little more low profile. Hopefully won't get noticed as much by those mouthy geldings that I have. I've got tie rings on the exterior. I know a lot of people don't tie to their trailers. They want to protect the exterior. I use my trailer as my tack room, so it's really convenient for me to be able to just tie up out of here, tack here. It just makes my life really, really easy. Big bus windows on the hip side. That is something I love about Cimarrons, is that they really prioritize airflow and keeping your horses nice and cool in your trailer as you're traveling. So you've got big bus windows, huge drop downs. And then on this particular trailer, there was an upgrade that was done for this one that I'm really happy about. My other trailer, like I said, I loved my other trailer, just didn't work for my lifestyle. I really loved having the wraparound Dutch doors on my last trailer. I got so much air moving through there. I never pulled my horse off, and he was never hot. He was very, very comfortable. And he's one of, like I said, big, fat, squat horse. Like, he got hot so easy. You know, he just loves his food. So I wanted to make sure he was as comfortable as possible. So by having this huge drop down window on this rear door, it's quite a bit bigger than those bus windows that they usually put on here. I'm going to be able to get a similar effect for moving air in and out of my trailer. So I know he's going to really appreciate this part. Something else I really love is these grease-zert hinges on these Cimarrons. These are super easy to maintain. If you don't want your hinges seizing up, get yourself a grease gun. Anytime it feels like there's a little bit of resistance, just put some grease in there. We have one here, we use lithium-ion grease, and it just makes everything move so smoothly. You don't have to worry about anything seizing up. There's a lot of things that Cimarron does to make the longevity of your trailer last, I guess your trailer lasts a long time. And by having parts that you can maintain and take care of, my 2009 Cimarron, it's in amazing shape. Whoever gets it next is going to be really, really happy that they have it. So I'm going to be able to maintain this for a long time to come. So right here, this is one of the reasons that my horse is going to love this new trailer. He's kind of claustrophobic, and I love him, but he's a huge dork, and he likes loading in these slant trailers because I can just open this up nice and wide, and he does not feel like he's getting into a small box. There's lots of, this is a line and insulate on the interior, so you've got these bright white sheets in here. He's gonna feel really comfortable getting in and out. He likes to be able to back out and step down. That was one of the reasons that he didn't like the ramp. And we got to the point where he was fine loading in and out, but you could just tell he was not super happy about it. And I know horses that are not happy loading unless they have a ramp. So it's really individualized to each person and each horse. My other horse, he's quite a bit bigger, and he's gonna probably ride in this back stall because you've got 39 inches from here to here, and it's 45 inches from here to here. So he's gonna have a lot more room. He's a bigger horse, longer horse to ride in this back stall. Because it's a 39-inch stall, the standard on a lot of trailers is actually about 36 inches wide. So like on some of our trailers, they're quite a bit smaller in the stalls. And like I said, he's a big guy, so he's gonna appreciate having that extra room. I know that on my old steel trailer, it was a tight squeeze for him. Once again, you've got LED lights on the interior here, roof vents, so I can keep him nice and cool. And he's going to be really, really happy to ride in this one. I have the ability to throw some feed bags in here. That was one thing that I really liked about that straight load that I had, is I had these huge feed bags. I can put corner feed bags here so that there's food in front of them as they travel. I know everybody does it a little differently. You also have 2 tie rings, so if you want to tie a hay bag and clip them in here, that's a possibility too. Something that I'm probably going to do eventually on this trailer is worm flooring. So one of the reasons that I love these Cimarrons is because of their floor system. So this floor system, you've got 4-inch centers and a V-truss every other. Incredibly strong. Everything's interlocking. I feel really confident hauling my horses on a floor like this. The thing people tend to forget is that urine is incredibly corrosive to aluminum floors. So there's some things that we can do to protect our aluminum floors on our trailers. If you take care of them, they're going to last you a really long time. Mine's a 2009, and my other one was a 2009, and the person before me took really good care of their floors. When I received that trailer, the first thing I did is I went and bought a huge bag of baking soda, and I just sprinkled it underneath all the mats. I didn't go lightly. And that's so that if any urine gets down there, it's going to eat the baking soda instead of your floors. So it's really good, especially if you know you're not going to clean it out as frequently as you should, to have that under there. We still recommend at least twice a season that you go and pull your mats out, hose it out, let it dry, put more baking soda under there, and it'll help prevent a lot of that corrosion. So on this trailer, I really hate pulling mats. I've got those mat pullers, those blue mat pullers that we sell here at Transwest. I've got 2 of them. They're pretty easy to take in and out, but I mean, I'm not like a super strong person, and it's a lot of work to take them in and out, and then you have to go get the power washer and all that good stuff. So there is an option that we use here at Transwest, and we put it on some of our big trailers, but it's called worm flooring. What it is it's completely sealed to the actual aluminum floor, and on used trailers they usually have to go in and do some buffing and grinding to make sure that it's a nice clean surface that it's adhering to. But it's really best if you can do it right when the trailer gets off the line, before you ever load a horse in there. And it's really texturized, so if you've got urine or water on these floors, you're usually going to have shavings down, but underneath this will just give them a lot more grip and texture, help them stay up. Gonna help take some of the vibration out of that as well. So that's something I might add to this trailer eventually, just if I decide I don't get tired of pulling mats and doing the baking soda routine. I already had my husband pick up a huge bag of baking soda when he was at Costco last. So this trailer's ready when I get it home. I can pull these mats out, let it dry, baking soda, make sure that it's good to go for a long time to come. So really love the floor system on this trailer. This insulated roof here, I did a deep dive onto these roofs when I first started working here. They are one of the reasons that I love Cimarron trailers so much. This roof system is actually a seamless piece, so it's one piece. You don't have seams running down the middle that you have to worry about. It's put on there with a really high quality roof sealant. It's about a 1/2 inch thick, and it's got these little honeycomb cores on it. That roof is strong enough, and we live right in this area that just always gets plummeted with hail. And I hate hail on roofs. So this roof here will actually take up to baseball-sized hail without damage, so that I know that I've invested in a product that is gonna last a really long time. When I go to sell this trailer or trade it in, nobody's probably gonna have to worry about having to deal with previous hail damage. If there is any hail that is bigger than that and does damage the roof structure, you can actually go in and just seal those individual cells that were damaged, and your trailer is still, the integrity of it is not compromised. So that roof, it keeps your stall area a little quieter. So like I mentioned, my horse, he's a little bit of a weirdo, and he's an anxious guy, so as quiet as I can make it, as comfortable as I can make it for him, the happier he's gonna be. Keeps him cooler. It's got an R3 thermal value, so he's not gonna overheat in here, and the strength of it, it's gonna help protect my trailer for a long time to come. So, stall area, great. This one actually comes with padded dividers. Our dividers, If it doesn't have padding on them, it's really easy for our shop to just go in and add some pads. This is nice because my other horse, he's a Palomino, so when he goes with us, he's not gonna get those ugly rub marks all over him. My bay, he doesn't really show it, but it is nice for that. And then it's just a little more comfortable for them to lean against. So nice little bonus there that I received with this one. Got an 8-inch awning light on the rear here, so that if I have to load at night, the last thing you want is a horse to trip over this part here. So we want to light it up. On a lot of our inventory trailers now, we're doing 2 8-inch awning lights, so it's a little bit brighter, a little bit easier for those horses to see. That's something I might go in and add. I don't really know. Our shop here at Transwest is incredibly capable of doing just about anything that we can do at the factory on these trailers. So I know that if I want to add stuff on, I've got the best shop here to do it. Alrighty, so over here, one of the things I love about these trailers is these huge drop-down windows. So when I'm at a rest area or stopped really quickly, I usually will drop this down and be able to throw feed, make sure everybody's good. But then I know as soon as I get ready to travel, I can put this up. My horses are nice and secure, they can't stick their heads out. This is a nice welded seamless piece. Right here you have plastic buffering it so that they're not gonna have to listen to something rattle and clang going as they travel. So that's a really nice little feature there. I just like how big they are. My last trailer was a lot smaller. They'd almost have to like turn, I'm sure you guys have all seen it, where they have to like turn their head to stick their head out. It just makes it a little bit safer. They don't have to navigate their way in and out of these. The one thing that I do recommend is I would never run with it like this. These are big drop down windows. We do not need any horses jumping out of windows. So something like this, I always am supervising my horses if I've got this down. Something that's really cool is when this trailer came in, and I'm not the perfect driver, and I'm sure at some point I'm going to put some bumps and scratches on this trailer. I try and be really careful when I'm driving a trailer, like spidey senses with it, but things do happen and sometimes you do run things over. And when this trailer came in, this running board here was a little bit mangled. So I just want to brag on my shop really quickly because we've got really great trailer technicians that can do really, really good work. So you'd probably never notice that this piece had been replaced had I not pointed it out. So they did a really great job. They had some running board that they were able to install here. And I bet if I show my husband, he's probably not even gonna notice that there was anything wrong with it. So things that they can do here, they can replace your fenders, they can do body work. They go in, and every trailer that comes through our service department as a used trailer gets a full workup. So we do a PDI where there's a bunch of things that they have to check off. They have to check your brakes, your bearings, all the electrical has to work. The really cool thing that we do with used trailers here, and I didn't do it on mine just yet because my tires, their date code is, I know it's on this one, 17 of 17. So my tires are getting to the end of the life point that I'm comfortable using them for. This trailer's probably not gonna get a ton of miles, but working at a dealership, if the tires are over 5 years old, you replace them. So it's kind of the mindset that I stick with as well. These trailer tires are pretty close to being needed replaced. So I'm probably gonna bring it back in, and once I get new tires on it, I will have our technician do an alignment on it. Trailers are just like passenger vehicles. You wanna make sure that they run nice and straight down the road. So our service shop here actually has an alignment machine that they can put these trailers on, and it allows those trailers to be aligned so that they pull nice and straight. You don't get uneven tire wear and tear. You don't have to worry about maybe getting a bald spot back here and not really being able to notice it, having a blowout, because nobody wants to be stuck on the side of the road with a blowout, trying to change it, having horses on board. Like, it is just something I just really want to avoid at all costs. So I want to make sure that my trailer pulls nice and straight behind me, good tire wear. This one doesn't have that much longer left, so when I get some new tires on there, take it in to get aligned. But every used trailer that comes through us, if we've put our stamp of approval on it, it's been on the alignment machine. Anything from these bumper pulls to those really big living quarters behind you, they're all gonna get alignments. Our used trailers are no doubt the best used trailers out there. We put so much money into them to make sure that they are right for the next customer that's picking them up. So I could go buy any trailer off Craigslist, but I want our shop to run through these trailers. I want to know that it's in good working order before I load my horses in this trailer. It's just a nice little peace of mind to be able to have a trailer that you're confident loading your animals into. So if you guys are looking for a used trailer, we have some really great ones here. I recommend always going with a Cimarron brand. I will always pull a Cimarron trailer, but we do have other brands here if you want to check those out as well. If you can't quite stomach the price of these new ones, these used ones are a great option. I know it makes my husband a lot happier when I purchase these used trailers versus buying the new ones off the lot, but there are some things to take into consideration. Our new trailers, they do get those warranties on them, so if you do have anything go wrong, our Cimarron trailers, they have a 3-year hitch to bumper and an 8-year structural warranty on them. Sometimes if they're run through our shop, if they're pretty new, we can sometimes honor some of those original purchase date warranties on them. But if I'm buying a used trailer, you can bet that I'm going to buy it through Transwest, where I know somebody has taken a good look at it. So I know you guys are pretty sad that this one's not available, but give it time. I might find another one that I want to upgrade to. So for now, I'm going to be taking this home. I'm going to be really excited to load all my stuff into it. So thank you for listening to me rant and rave about this awesome new trailer. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and see some of the reasons that we purchase the trailers that we purchase. Like I said, when I first started working here, I wasn't very educated about trailers, and now that I know how they're composed, kind of what the benefits are, I'm a diehard Cimarron fan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. If you have any questions, you want me to find you your perfect Cimarron trailer or any other trailer we have here on our lot, you can always give me a call. My name is Saye. My phone number is 970-309-6368. We work hard to find a lot of really great used and new trailers, so come check us out. Thanks.